I started this video as a documentary-style piece on Kenny Basemore, but I feel I don't have enough footage of him in his prime to do his talent justice. He was a really highly touted prospect from the early 1980s. In fact, he was named Prospect of the Year by Ring Magazine in 1983. He was a former National Golden Glove champion, defeating the likes of Jackie Beard and Richard Savage. Basemore was a favorite to make the 1980 Olympic team, but an abscessed tooth kept him out of the trials. As a pro, he trained under John Sneed, Jenks Morton, and later Adrian Davis in Maryland. He was managed by former Washington Redskins defensive back Brig Owens, and his attorney was Mike Traynor, who was Sugar Ray Leonard's attorney. Basemore's professional career started off fast. He went 20-0 with 18 knockouts until his attorney Traynor lobbied NBC for a bout against Roger Mayweather in May of 1985. Mayweather had been knocked out by Rocky Lockridge a year earlier and was decisioned by Tony Baltazar. So I'm sure the thinking was Basemore could use him as a stepping stone to a title shot. But Mayweather still had a lot left in the tank and knocked Basemore out in 3 rounds. Basemore took a year off from the sport, returning to score 3 straight wins before facing the undefeated Harold Knight on ESPN in April of 1987.
This should be a good one. Kenny Basemore, the champion, versus the challenger, Harold Knight.
You can hear this crowd pumped up for it in this brand new arena at the Showboat. It's a good facility, and this crowd's a good crowd, and they're pumped up over this junior lightweight match.
Well, some 1,700 have come to the Showboat for its boxing debut, part of the grand opening festivities here in Atlantic City. Oh, what a room for boxing.
It really is, and I'll tell you that the atmosphere is good in here. You know, you see Harold Knight going to the body right away and left hooking his way into Basemore. Well, this is what Harold Knight wants. But there you see the movement of Basemore. He's smiling, though, but Knight is already getting to him with some of those shots.
Basemore with outstanding power in his right hand, but Al, that has also been his downfall. Witness the loss to Roger Mayweather.
He can be hit with the right hand, although Knight is not a big right hand puncher. We'll see if that has an impact here. Now Basemore's starting to jab, throw the right hand, and get his punch up. Now you notice how he's pushing Knight off him. Does not want Knight fighting right off his chest. I think Basemore took part of that first round just to see what Knight could do on the inside.
Harold Knight appears to have split his trunks.
Yeah, they're ripped, but nothing too terrible. The protectors down there. Nobody should have to worry about modesty.
Good left hand landed by Knight. Knight predicted this fight might not go 4 rounds. Challenger very, very confident coming in against Basemore.
Well, Kenny Basemore is right now is fighting Knight's fight, but getting away with it. Basemore being susceptible to that, and Harold Knight runs right out after Basemore in this second round.
Harold Knight in the black trunks, the UFBA junior lightweight champion Kenny Basemore in the royal blue. Now the first round. Now you gave it to the challenger.
Oh, you have to. And right now, Basemore's fighting Knight's fight, and he's cut badly.
Oh, is he cut bad?
I don't know if it came from a clash of heads or a punch, but... And now, Basemore takes him down. Now Kenny's going to have to fight a wild fight if that cut is as bad as it would appear.
Big right hand tonight. Bad cut above the right eye of the champ.
And that may change. If Basemore was going to box in this fight, which he really wasn't doing that effectively anyway, now he has to fight Knight's fight. Or they believe he does. Good left hand underneath by Knight. Today. He's hard to discourage. You've got to hit him and hit him hard, early and often to discourage him.
Well, we saw him in his last fight last month right here in Atlantic City. A tremendous effort against Daryl Savoy. And it appears on the early stages of this fight out as if he's picking up right where he left off in that one.
He's not getting hit coming in, and there he's found a home for the right hand. We said he wasn't a big right hand puncher tonight, but he's landing, and that is Basemore's Achilles tendon, or Achilles heel, I should say. And you see Knight, he's looking to land the right. He takes a right from Basemore. Was he hurt?
Knight appears to be stunned. He gets hit with another combination.
Wow, what a round.
It's only the second round of a scheduled 12-rounder. Chopping left hand from Basemore. Knight counters with a good right. Again, the overhand right lands on Knight. Well,
It's a
right
bet.
hand is there.
Knight is missing with his left hook, and Basemore's landing his right, and that's a story right now. And now he's got Knight in some trouble. Pushing him back. Wow, what a brawl. Now, we talked about Basemore's right. He's got a good one, and he showed it to us here in this second round.
Knight, good combination in tight. What a tremendous second round in this USBA junior lightweight title fight. Referee Steve Smoger is taking a look at Kenny Basemore while you take a look at Harold Knight.
Come on, you fight.
Now there's Basemore.
He can be hit by a right hand. Don't move. Let him hurt that time, man. Come on, he's gone.
Now Basemore told us this morning, Al, that he was working on improving his defense.
Well, yeah, he's been hit, though, a lot in this fight, but he's getting that right hand in.
You have to rough him up here. You gotta jab him more. You gotta jab him more. Slip back. Lay back on the right leg so you can start up his way. Keep the jab. Don't come up the right hand.
Where did the cut come from? We may be able to see here. Well, there's the right hand that landed to Harold Knight. And Harold walked into a number of those right hands during the course of this second round.
Knight in the black trunks, the champion Kenny Basemore in the royal blue.
Basemore coming out moving, and I think lateral movement on his part is really important here. And, you know, an important point to make, even though it's early in the fight, is that the longer this fight goes, the more likely it will help Basemore. Knight has never gone past 8 rounds. Basemore has been 12 once, he's been 10 once, he's been 12 2 times, as a matter of fact. So, you know, I would think if I was betting Kenny Basemore, I'd want to get this fight into the later rounds, and the way you do that is move and box a little bit. But Basemore's right is on target, I'll tell you that. And there it is again.
Caught Kenny putting those punches together, the left to the chest and then the right follow, overhand right to the ear of Knight. Blood begins to flow from above the right eye of Basemore.
See, now a tactical change in this fight now. Bazemore has got Knight boxing on the outside with him. They're exchanging jabs and right hands. Basemore's getting the better of it. Earlier in the second round, it was an inside fight with a battle of the left hooks, and Knight was getting the better of it. So this is going to be a very tactical fight throughout, even though there's a lot of wild brawling.
Well, Basemore had hopes of being able to box. Did really not want to get caught up in the brawl, but as Al Bernstein suggested at the outset of round 1, there's a good chance that the shadow, the challenger Harold Knight, would not go along with Basemore's plan.
It's a big ring. This is well over 20 feet, and Kenny Basemore better use all of it right now.
Boy, the crowd behind us on its feet for Harold Knight. Basemore holding on.
Now, for Harold Knight, let me tell you, there's danger here. He's walking in, but I'll tell you, Kenny Bazemore is still dangerous with the right hand.
What a left hand by Basemore. We are in round 4. This scheduled to go 12, but from what we have seen through 3+, it is unlikely to go the distance. Good uppercut by Knight. Basemore followed with a strong right hand.
Boy, that one
another
really
right
stunned
hand.
him.
Looking at Kenny Basemore's corner, a look of concern registering.
And here's the reason for that concern. It was a left hook by Knight right on the chin, and it's a wide punch, but boy, he packed some power with it. Kenny Basemore was able to survive, though, and why? Because he did what he should have been doing all along. There, the good straight left hand, keeping Knight off him. And the movement, that's what Kenny Basemore wanted to do in this fight.
Now Harold Knight has never gone even 10 rounds, and he's trying to make sure this fight won't go 10 rounds tonight.
And it's to his best interest to get the knockout early.
Now, how do you have it thus far?
I have it 39-37 for no, that's not right. I've got a 3-point spread for Knight. I should have a 3-point spread for Harold Knight. Because the last round was a 2-point round, and I had him ahead by 1 point. Oh, tremendous left hook by Basemore, even though it's been Knight's left hook that's dominated recently. However, remember, tactically, it's really not in Basemore's best interest to do this, because he's not hurting Knight apparently as much as Knight is hurting him.
Good body shot by Basemore.
Tell you one thing, Harold Knight's going to get hit with a big right hand pretty soon. He is leaving himself wide open. Whether it'll put him down, I don't know, but he's going to get nailed with one, I can assure you.
Blood again begins to pour from above the right eye of the champion, Kenny Basemore.
Look at Basemore now. That was slipped by Knight, that right hand. See, he's measuring him, Basemore is, for that right. What a great, great bout this is. Lots of skill, lots of strategy, and lots of heart.
The right eye of Basemore is a sea of blood at this point.
Tell you what, though, Kenny Basemore is more than holding his own. He's taking a lot, but he's... Oh, there he goes, though. I spoke too soon. Oh, no.
The end may be near for Kenny Basemore.
There goes Basemore again.
No knockdown, says Steve Smoker, the referee.
Okay.
Basemore trying to find a way to hold and can't even hold.
Wow.
What a fight!
Wow.
As we follow Basemore to the corner at the end of round 5. Now, we had a feeling today that this might be one of the more entertaining fights of the year thus far on ESPN, and we have seen a tremendous main event thus far.
This is a war of attrition now, and I just don't know if Kenny Basemore can win that kind of a fight, Phil. And I've got Knight now pushing ahead 49-44, and primarily he's gained 4 points in the last 2 rounds, 2 10-8 rounds. And the left hook now from Knight is getting there. Fight.
Perhaps my concern now is the fact that Knight had taken a year off. Had only had 2 fights since coming off of that year absence, but boy, you'd never know it.
And now he's landing a lot on the inside, including the right hand. Well, he fought well in the fight against Savoy and the fight against Rene Resko that we had him in. He will be hit, and against a tremendous punching junior lightweight, he might even go down, but he's going to give you lots of pressure.
Basemore brings a 21-1 record into tonight's fight. The challenger, 14-0.
Well, this is the kind of bout you want to kick off a building like they're doing here at the Showboat, huh?
A boxing debut at the new boat here in Atlantic City.
Couldn't have found a better one for it. Give Kenny Basemore credit, too. He's now totally fighting Knight's fight, I think, because his legs are pretty much gone right now. But look at him. He's staying in there. He is fighting his heart out.
Basemore trying to chop away with that right hand. Kenny Basemore has sustained some major damage in this fight from Harold Knight, but what a gamer.
I tell you, Basemore landed a right on the chin of Knight. It didn't even move him after Harold left himself open. Look at Knight. He is just bullying Basemore around the ring now. Walks right through what Basemore hits him with. Unbelievable. Wow. If I was a junior lightweight out there watching this, I would be a little concerned about Harold Knight because it's so hard to discourage him. Clearly he's not the most greatest technique fighter, but look at him. He can land.
Good overhand right by Basemore.
Nothing.
Follows it with another. Oh, they don't come much more entertaining than we have seen. Through 6, Knight is rocked again.
But at the end of that 6th round, Kenny Basemore staggered Knight with a good right. So as long as he's in this fight and punching, Kenny Basemore's got a shot.
This is round 7 of a scheduled 12-round event. Good right hand again by Basemore.
Tell you what, Kenny Basemore is used to seeing junior lightweights fall when he hits them with rights like that. And it's not happening here tonight. Hasn't so far anyway. Instead. Now, I'll tell you what, I said at the beginning that Knight had to make sure he concentrated on the body. He's done that. That's helped open up the head when he's on the inside. It's a misnomer to think Knight doesn't have a good jab. We're seeing it in this round. And there it set up the right hand.
Knight with a tremendous showing. Kenny Basemore. What heart he has exhibited.
And really more than heart, because he's landing some of the punches he needs to land. There's a right again by Basemore. This is not discouraging Knight. Good body work. Oh! This fight is got to be over. It's over. This fight will not continue. Harold the Shadow Knight being embraced by this crowd, and I'll tell you what, as we look at Basemore, we're happy he's up. When we see this replay, we're going to see the most beautiful double left hook to the body and the head that you can possibly see. Lenny Shaw, his manager, and Don Turner in there, they're thrilled. We will look at it. He will go to the body with the left hook, and then right up, right on the point of the chin. If those punches were a little wide, which they were, they landed because Kenny Basemore at this point is tired from all other body work. Kenny Basemore just completely out of it. You see him just fall backwards, and thank goodness he is all right, because when a fighter falls like that, you worry about it.
Now, Harold Knight went on to challenge Rocky Lockridge for the junior lightweight crown, but he lost a decision. The Lockridge fight would be his last, as he later failed a brain scan in New York and was forced to retire from the sport. But Knight remained active as a trainer, most notably working the corners of Lennox Lewis and Dillian White. Basemore, meanwhile, never quite recovered from the defeat. He suffered back-to-back losses to Pee Wee Parker and Eugene Speed before his career went into a tailspin by 1992. Basemore lost 9 of his final 10 fights. He was diagnosed with early-onset dementia in 2009, and in July of 2021, he went missing. Fortunately, he was found safe a day later, sitting on a park bench. Basemore remains one of the greatest amateur fighters the Washington, D.C. area has ever produced.